Solar energy lie at the end of the tunnel for a free community in Vietnam. Anh Giang near so 29 live on the side of a dirty road near the forest in a makeshift house erect from the steel frame with her 4 children in An Thức commune, southern An Giang province. So doesn't have a job, and together with her children, aged between 2 and 10, had to live on the 2 million Vietnam dong, about 87 US dollar. Her husband sent back every month. Her mobile phone is the only way the young mother can keep in touch with her husband, living in an upbreak area in An Thức where how are located sparsely. She fears her phone will run out of battery in the middle of the night when she needs to make a call. In most parts of Vietnam, where reliable supply of electricity is taken for granted, people can trace their phone almost anywhere, anytime, whether at home, supermarkets or restaurant. But for sure, this means that she would have to make a short walk to her relative's house to change the phone. Now, so second left, sit with her neighbor in An Thức commute. Most men and young people have left the commute to look for a job. In recent years, Vietnam has experienced a renewable energy boom. First, upbreak communities are still too remote to benefit. According to the state-owned Vietnam Power Group, the total installed capacity of solar power in Vietnam had reached the 19,400 MWp, according to for about 25% of the total installed capacity of the national power system. The total solar power generation output in 2020 alone was 10.6 billion kilowatts, accounting for about 4.33% of the total electricity output of the national power system. The Ministry of the Industry and Trade set the tariff for provide the 21,000 households with electricity from renewable energy in the 2016 and 2020. However, the targets fell short with only the 617 households having access to solar electricity under the ministry's scheme as of the 2020. The investment for renewable energy is much lower than for grid and suitable for areas where local use a small amount of electricity, said Lưu Tùng Giang, deputy head of the Division of Grid and Rural Electricity under the Ministry of the Industry and Trade. However, there are difficulties in managing the panel if these are installed in rural areas using state funds. He said, adding that these will be just a state property and managed by local communes or districts. Meanwhile, there isn't any policy related to this, he said. While the authorities are still struggling with the management stream. As many as the 871,263 households in the 2,197 communes across Vietnam live either without electricity or with a disrupted, unstable source of power, aware that it will take a long time and an unaffordable sum of money to have grid in this remote, sparsely populated area. So spend the 1.5 million Vietnam dong, about $65 to buy a solar panel last year. A local goal has had more than the 500 households in two districts of Tân Biên and Tri Tôn have access to solar energy. She says, solar energy has made my life a lot easier. Before we could hardly do anything under the dim lights of kerosene lamp at night. But now everything is more convenient with electricity. Just last year, so still has to cycle a few kilometers on dirt roads to buy kerosene as fuel for lighting. Now, her family doesn't have to put up with the petroleum like other of the kerosene, and she can spend the night time playing with her kids, help the eldest daughter with homework, surf the internet, and have video call with her husband. The initiative to bring solar energy panel to upgrade community landing is implemented by Green Innovation and Development Center Green ID, a Vietnamese non-for-profit organization in cooperation with the Province Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. An Giang Province has an ideal condition for solar with the dry season, lighting for 5 months, and high solar radiation level, with more than the 450,000 euro, most funded by Fred for the world. The project has been implemented in 4 communes of An Hảo, Châu Lăng, An Tích, and Ô Lâm in the 2 districts of Tri Tôn and Tân Biên since 2018. According to Nguyễn Thị Hà, project manager of Green ID, these localities are chosen as the number of households living without electricity here is still high, and they are mostly poor, with average income of the 10 to the 13 million Vietnam dong. It's about 435 to the $565 a year, who can hardly afford the grid electricity, she says. Poor infrastructure and remote location make grid electricity very expensive here, he says. Individual rooftop panels are suitable solution, so our goal was to offer them a cheap model that can provide enough electricity for households use. In each commune, energy teams were created made up of local residents. The team will have raised awareness about the benefits of solar panel. Look for solar panel provider, install the system, and carry out maintenance work. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, which delays some of its activity and event, the project had achieved the target of providing solar panel for more than 500 households, with the total capacity of the 1,500 kilowatts by the end of the 2020. Access to electricity is a fundamental step to reduce poverty in Tri Tôn and Tân Biên districts, and package of PV system, including a solar panel and a tracker, is sold at half price at the 1.5 million Vietnam dong, depending on families' demand. Local with buy batteries to store the power for night time or rainy day. 37 years old. 37 years old Trần Đức Anh in An Hảo commute used to travel 6 kilometers from his home to Township Center to charge the power generator almost every day. At 25 a.m., generator took almost half a day to be fully charged, so he had to bring the generator to the charging point in the morning, then go to work and come back to pick it up in the late afternoon. Sometimes it was pouring and I didn't feel like going out at all, but there were no other choice. Said an Ashley that a family of four now would have to spend the 200,000 to the 300,000 Vietnam dong. It's about the 9 or to $13 a month for charging expenses if they do without electricity. After installing the 475 watt solar panel, his family now has access to a reliable, clean and cheap source of electricity for household use. The father of two had bought a new television and more fans to cope with the scorching summer here. Providing electricity is a fundamental step in reducing poverty here in the long term, said Nhan Sarum, deputy chairwoman of Antic People's Committee, adding that cost to be connected with the electricity network range from the 6 to the 10 million Vietnam dong, depending on the different location. This seems to be affordable for people in these two districts who earn an average income of the 10 to the 13 million Vietnam dong. It's about the 435 to the 565 a year. Trương Kiến Thọ, Vice Director of An Giang Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, told the Vietnam News, "It is hard to achieve the target of having all rural households connected with grid network, especially in remote, mountainous areas where people are sparsely populated. Solar is a perfect alternative in this area. This project has focused in part on the use of solar energy among the ethnic minority community in two mountain districts of Dinh Bien and Tri Tôn. It also had ripple effect to non-ethnic community in other communes of the two districts, but he did say there are still 437 households living without electricity in An Giang as of the 2020, with positive results for the project in An Giang. Green ID project manager says he hopes to duplicate this alternative in other areas with the similar condition to create impact for local communities. For people like Đức Anh and Sot, this is the new chapter in their life and a hopeful future for their children. The solar brings light to our area and a better future for the young generation. That's all.